As global trade faces increasing fragmentation, regional cooperation has become more critical than ever. Our correspondent Farhana Sheikh reports from the Kuala Lumpur Roundtable on Asia-Pacific Regional Cooperation, where leaders and experts are charting the future of Asia-Pacific integration.
I'm here at the Kuala Lumpur Roundtable on Asia-Pacific Regional Cooperation, where thought leaders, policymakers and experts gather to discuss some of the world's most pressing issues. Among them are shifting global dynamics and trade challenges. Now, I caught up with Tan Sri Dr. Rebecca Fatima, former Executive Director of the APEC Secretariat, to discuss building resilience and a strong business community in response to the evolving trade and cooperation landscape. Have a listen.
What's happening in the world and in this environment is something that we have not experienced in the past. This sort of trade tensions that's taken the form of such intense negotiations around uncertainties. You're negotiating around uncertainties. You're not sure what's going to come out of the negotiations, even after you leave the negotiating room. So it's a skill that requires us and a mindset to think of making sure we're adaptable, we're flexible, we're agile in dealing with this level of uncertainty. And I think what we'll see happening more is that this level of uncertainty will just continue. So for me, it's very important for governments to engage with the business. At the end of the day, it's about the business in each of our economies. So working very closely with the businesses to appreciate, to understand how we then can support business. I think that is the sort of questions, the sort of kind of questioning and thinking that negotiators should go into the discussions with the US in any trade negotiation for that matter. How will this impact business? What do we need to do to ensure that we mitigate some of the impact? You cannot do away with the impact. There will be impact. So how do you work with the business community to ensure that you stand as government supporting and helping the businesses go through this very difficult and challenging time?
Rebecca also highlighted the need for capacity building and inclusivity, ensuring smaller economies and MSMEs get the support needed to fully participate in international trade and the formal economy.
The capacity building aspect of APEC it's one of the most important pillars in APEC, because that's where we ensure that the smaller economies are not left out, that they are provided the necessary technical assistance and capacity building so that they can participate more fully in these international negotiations, international bodies. Also, we have a stream of work which focuses on building capacity of small and medium enterprises. So this is another aspect of making sure we're inclusive in the work that we do. And last year, we did a lot of work on ensuring that we move folks who are in the informal economy to the formal economy. Now, because if you look at our spread of MSMEs, especially in the smaller and more developing economies, a lot of their businesses tend to be in the informal sector. In one case, up to 80% of the businesses are in the informal sector. How do you bring them into the formal sector? What do you need to do? And that's the work that we did last year